We're back at the compound. It's good to see you guys, and I've got a lot of random stuff today. Of course, concrete updates, but we're gonna save that for later. The guys are still working. There's some cool new stuff with that. One of my projects today is going through my brand new CRX doors. Now, if you're like me, I have the problem with cutting up anything that's in remotely good condition, and I wanna cut up the doors because they are heavy. And when I say heavy, I kid you not, I'm gonna put them on the scales. I bet that each one of these doors weighs over 80 pounds. So I'm gonna gut them, remove the glass, remove the thing that holds the seatbelt, cut as much structure as I can out of the back, and then ideally I'll have one set of lightweight doors. And since the car is going to get a cage this week, I wanna figure out, can I also keep the doors with glass in them in case it ever rains or something, and I have two options. I got a little rust on them, but they're like $100, I can't really complain. We've recently discovered that we can use the scales to weigh the car for weighing miscellaneous parts, and since we're all weight weenies now, we got the scales on deck. And sure enough, my guess was 80 pounds, 78, right on the money.
What was your guess?
So what do you think it's gonna get down to when I gut out all this, the glass, the seat belts? Ooh, that rust is kind of bad, huh? Mm-hmm. Ooh, that's just surface, kind
I would
of.
say...
Are we worried about this? I don't think we're worried about this.
For the purpose of the car? No.
Okay.
I'm not worried about that.
You can paint it. You can weld that? All right,
26.
I say 20 pounds. Everything removed.
I would say 30 pounds of the inside.
And how much is the cage gonna weigh, you think? Like 100 pounds, roughly?
It's full like 8 point.
I'm gonna do as minimal as possible while being as safe as possible.
6 points.
I guess like 90 pounds.
Okay, so if I can get 45 pounds off of each door, I can offset the weight of the cage. That's the goal with this. I'd be stoked.
Yeah. Should we remove that rear glass and get something else?
Like what?
I don't know. Let's hit up the same people we used for the car. 36.
That's expensive.
Yeah, never mind.
We'll just cut things for now. It might come in handy later, so I'm gonna draw a line. I might cut here, I might cut a little bit on the inside, but this will give me a really nice arc for what I'm gonna be trimming. I can always use this as like my base. And boom. Let's see what we got under here. Ooh, I should probably remove the seatbelt first too. Since we'll have a roll cage, I won't be needing these. The lazy way. What are we working with? This is the stinkiest door panel ever. We'll probably end up cutting a big window. I know sometimes people like to leave a little square here to attach the factory lock and stuff. We don't need a lock, so what I'll probably do is just like drill 2 little holes here and put a loop, and then I can run like a cable or a nice wire from here, and then you just pull the wire instead of this factory ugly bracket system. I'm using this ruler as a guide, and I'm drawing a line about 3/4 of an inch up from the edge. So I'm kind of pressing the Sharpie up against 3/4 of an inch, and then running the edge of the ruler down it. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good. I'm like pretty stoked because I just came up with this idea, and it gives me a pretty nice arc that I'm able to control. So I feel like this is enough gap here, but here I'll probably want to leave a little bit more for the sake of the door. Now, rather than trying to get the form and everything perfect, I'm gonna cut out like a big octagon first, and then I'll clean it up after, probably with a smaller jigsaw. What I'm now realizing, which I wish I realized before, where I drew my line is actually above the point where it goes from 1 layer to 2 layers. Now that I've removed the first skin, I can see where I messed up. I should have gone below these 2 layers, and this corner was giving me a hard time because that's the structure for where the door bolts up. But I put no thought into this because I was like, CRX doors are cheap. Now I wish I got fiberglass ones because this has turned into a very long project. Oh no, is it like tack welded?
You shouldn't. I lifted it up.
What have I done, Johan? Ay Dios mío, Tio. It's pulling the whole door.
I mean, it is a really thin skin.
Oh, I wonder if it's something behind the strip. I'm so close. There's gotta be a better way of doing this. Grab the fishing line.
Right. Watch your arm.
Yeah, that's real dangerous.
Oh! Damn.
So close. Is it heavy?
I mean, it's a decent amount.
Oh yeah, that's where all the weight is.
There you go.
All right. This was supposed to be like a half-hour, like intermediary project. There's a bunch of other stuff I was supposed to be doing, but this turned into an all-day thing. If I had the opportunity to buy fiberglass doors again, probably would, but that was the fun part. Obviously it needs to get cleaned up, but time to go weigh it. You wanna go that side?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's still got to weigh like
Yeah.
35 pounds. All right, so we went from 78 down to 35 pounds. So that's 43 pounds. So we would save about 86 pounds, which is about the weight of a cage.
Yeah.
Not
Just
bad.
in door bars. And then you could trim it a little more.
I feel like the fiberglass doors would probably save another 20 pounds. Problem is, well, I guess, yeah, I can always do fiberglass doors after the fact. Nah, I like metal. Metal's cool. Metal can
And we
rust.
could wait. Let's wait the 836 door.
No, that'll just be humiliating. Let's not. Don't recommend. I'd never recommend lightweight mod door doing this to any street car ever. Like, I'm a full interior guy, but since the CRX is a race car, I get to finally gut things for once. The only real 2 race cars that we've done have been like the Supra, the E36, now the CRX.
And the CRX, yeah.
Everything else is interior.
Yeah.
So this is real stress relieving for me until it creates stress. Then it's not.
It was stress relieving the first 2 minutes.
Yep. The quest of perfecting this R32 continues, and today I've ordered a very little but very rewarding part. You notice the noise is very like clunky. You notice it when you're driving a little bit too. These door strikers wear out over time because they're actually supposed to have rubber like this. So it's a quick change, and then it makes your doors feel and shut like brand new. Should probably pick up some new bumps too. That'll do. Something that I always want to mention, but I always forget whenever I'm filming, is I wanted to thank the people that watch my videos that don't really watch my videos. And by that, I mean, whenever I'm at an event, I always meet people who bring along a significant other, a friend, a sibling, and they're always like, yeah, I watch your videos too, not by choice, but I'm usually just in the other room, or I put up with it, and your videos are okay. I just wanted to thank you for not making your friend or significant other switch to a different, maybe less technical source of entertainment. Probably a bad video to dedicate to you who watches the videos that doesn't actually watch the videos, but I will pick another one that's less me doing little annoying stuff to cars. I don't know where I was going with that. This space is still in limbo and hasn't been permanently set up just because we were waiting for the floors to be dialed in. We weren't really happy with how they came out, so we might potentially have another place to do them now. It's turned into a whole ordeal. Now this building has all the stuff that should be over there, so it's a bit messy. Peep, some LMGT4, some TEs laying around, R34 6-speed, all the good parts stashed in here. The Cosmo, if you guys are asking me about the Cosmo, it still needs to get painted before we're gonna do any work to it. But yeah, this room I know I haven't shown you guys in a while. It's pretty chill, and then we'll walk over to Drift HQ because we're hopping on the dyno. We tune cars so infrequently that it's worked out to just kind of have the dyno temporarily set up in here versus running all new wiring. Today, the chaser is on the dyno. I think I mentioned in a previous video, VVTi was not working perfectly. I knew the car felt a little laggier, so I overlaid it with my yellow car. And there was a pretty big difference in mid-range. So sure enough, we tested, there was no power at the VVTi solenoid. There was a little wiring issue, got it resolved, and now I want to make sure the fueling is good because the car is going to most likely make a lot more power down low. It won't make any more peak, but the mid-range should be a lot bigger in the car. I think I've already gone over this a few times now since we're like big caging people here. The importance of putting a seat in before your car gets caged, that way you can put the harness bar in the right location and you can make sure that it can go far enough back. So that's what I'm doing on this now. Hi, Johan. How's your day going?
Hi, it's going great.
I'm drilling holes in the CRX.
Yeah, he's drilling holes in the CRX. He loves drilling holes.
Only car I've ever owned where like 2 out of the 3 aftermarket parts I've bought require drilling holes in the chassis. Would never fly with any other car. Because look, Johan, all it is like, instead of going back to this nub here, they were like, we could save metal.
Oh.
So we'll just put it here, and then you can just drill a hole in your floor.
They gave you a spacer?
Yeah.
I'm guessing. That's good. At least they supply the spacer.
Yeah. I think it's funny.
You know how much work we went through on the 34 because we didn't want to drill a hole for the...
I know. We didn't drill holes for anything.
No. We don't drill holes or anything.
What?
That's it. That's crooked as hell. That's
it?
another reason why we don't drill holes underneath.
It's not crooked. You know, I've been thinking about this. The crane game, right? Like, you have to be able to like figure out where it is. I bet fabricators are really good at the crane game.
Like where?
Like because you told me this is crooked, so you would have won the crane game and I would have lost.
What game is this?
The crane game.
I never heard of it.
Where you try to win the stuffed
It's the
animals.
arc.
Oh.
Yeah, come down.
I actually tried that. I mean, I grabbed the thing, but it falls off.
Really?
So
Johan's a kind of, he'll just shake the machine until some.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, we've definitely done that. There's a few machines we know that we could just like tip over.
Yeah.
I went to.
Don't put that in.
To the gas station and they have this machine that has money hanging and there's a string that you're supposed to get like a knife that goes in it and then pulls back on it. Well, I got it into it and then pulls back and it didn't cut the string. Pissed me off.
It's almost like it's designed for us not to win.
Yeah.
You remember that coin pushing machine in Pensacola?
Dude, there's some schemes around.
Yeah.
This is not cricket, dude.
Yo, send it, dude.
Oh!
Well, you took what I said literally. So
What'd you say?
I said send it, dude.
Easiest car to drill through in the world. Like, didn't even need a pilot hole. Just went in there with a go fatty and blasted it through. I don't know why. I feel like this wouldn't be possible on an S chassis. Maybe because of side skirts or because the car's longer, but the fact that I can reach underneath the car and above it at the same time to tighten this bolt is like baffling my mind. Also, look at my green drink on top.
Is that matcha?
No, it's magic mint. I don't know what's in it. It got me feeling right. I think that it's going to be a little bit too high with these brackets. It's hard to tell. I have some other brackets to try. It's mainly because I have sliders, but what's cool is the brackets that the Recaros come with actually have like a welded nut to the bottom of this, which will make it a lot easier for install because you don't need to be like fumbling around trying to like hold a nut in there with a wrench. Very cool feature. But I have a feeling I'm going to want to go lower. But I got to put a slider in this because I'm going to have all different shapes and size people driving. How does that look? Kind of high.
Yeah, it's pretty high.
Has room to come down by like a finger. So if I switch to those other brackets, that's about what I would get out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the front, I can't come down anymore.
I'm gonna get yourself a quick release, and you'll be good to go, bud.
I don't know if this is possible. Well, you'll need to put the camera down for this one. Can you hold the seat so I could sit in it?
Yeah.
At the back of it?
Yeah, yeah.
It's heavy. Sliders suck. But I also want short people to be able to drive it. Sometimes life gives you lemons and you gotta take them. Feels pretty good. I might honestly come down one hole in the front, like on tilt, but that's about as low as I can go in the rear. It's pretty much touching the floor. So.
You're like right there, bud.
Is it crooked? You're setting a lap time in this thing, so you better fit. The steering wheel needs to come a little closer, right? Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
You think how's head clearance? Decent? Good enough?
With the cage, maybe a little tight.
Oh yeah.
But you and I are like one of the tallest.
Once the headliner's gone though, it looks like the cage can get tighter.
Yeah.
Back in the Honda game, baby.
Well, technically Nair was in it, but
I don't know, you're daily for a while.
Oh, that's right, the 4-door.
That thing was sick.
Was it?
Yeah.
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 I had the fans, like the fan switch directly wired, like so. Ignition on.
Fan on all the time.
You had the Honda?
No.
He had the Honda.
Yeah.
One other thing that we're gonna do prior to this thing getting caged, kind of like the Super but less intense, just to lean a lot of these little things. So this is where the cage is gonna get tied into, Marco. Okay. So these spot welds can get drilled out, that can get removed. We'll take out this nub here, we'll take out this thing. Are you recording?
I am recording.
We're going on a little concrete tour. I came up with this great word, it was called the concrete jungle. And then Chelsea taught me that that's actually like a term from rap music and I can't coin it as my own. But I thought that was a good description of the compound. So, Johan hasn't seen behind my house yet. Mike, I did show Mike.
Yeah.
You're gonna see basically now the grading and the start of the framing for the bank corner that's gonna go around my house. And I am hecka stoked. Look at this.
Calm down.
It looks...
It gets narrow over there.
It does, so like it's 18 feet wide, which I think is plenty. It's just so hard because I don't want to make it too flat, but I don't want to make it too banked because like a hardcore bank, you need a lot of power and a lot of speed to drift.
Oh, it seems like it has enough bank to make it fun, and
It's hard to portray on camera like the bank angle.
It's 5%.
Yeah. It's there.
It's not 10%, it's not 2%, it's 5. It's a little, it's like maybe 6%.
Someone could count today.
Yeah. It looks like the the arc is pretty good. It's definitely going to be functional. It's going to be different.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure I already showed them this. I'm pretty sure. But this section came out pretty good. Definitely could go wider here, but I think this will still be enough to be able to like kind of carry out and do what you got to do. This corner over here is new. You guys haven't seen this. There used to be like a little pole here and a UPS driver hit it. So now they've got concrete. They can hit it all they want. And then this section over here is what annihilated all the sprockets on our go-karts and my back. And now they redid this whole section and the curb. So this is all buttery smooth. It looks beautiful. And then we had some pretty bad flooding issues over here at the Drift HQ shop. So they put in this all new like mega girthy grate. Because we had like a little puny one before. So that's all sorted now. And I think we got new gutters here too. There didn't used to be gutters there, so now there's gutters because this area used to get flooded and water would try to be entering the Drift HQ shop.
The guys work real fast.
Yeah, they're crazy. Here is the final rendition of the lightweight doors. Marco went and cleaned up even more stuff. I ran out of time yesterday. He was able to take this whole top piece off, and then this bar actually had a couple spot welds that he was able to take out, so it looks way cleaner now. Probably grind this stuff down. And I like to paint the inside of the doors too, so it looks nicer. So probably whatever color the inside of the interior is, I'll do this, and then I'm not even worried about putting a door panel on it, because I think it'll look pretty nice. Make sure all these are kind of not too sharp, so don't cut myself.
Yep.
But, yeah, lightweight doors on the CRX saved a lot of weight that I'm going to add right back to it with a cage. But yeah, I'm excited to see this car. Like once the cage is in, then the interior can get painted. Then we can start working on painting the exterior, and it's gonna go from like looking like a piece of to like a gem. We're gonna end this video short, not because I'm going on a flight this time, exciting enough, but we are gonna run and potentially go pick up some new toys. Maybe not plural, maybe just toy, singular. But that'll be in the next video. I'm finally home for a full week and full week next week, so I'm stoked to actually get involved in stuff rather than just like, here's a couple things, boom, I'm going. Thanks for watching my video, okay, bye.